Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So right now I'm going to be doing an energy update for the Blu-rays, all my Blu-ray people. So let me just push this back. If you don't know what a Blu-ray is, it's basically a soul that comes from Archangel Michael's family tree. That's all that means. That's all that means, okay? So I was asking the collective Blu-ray energy, what is this reading going to be about? Is this just some crazy stuff? Because the energy told me they watch you, but you don't give a fluff. You don't care. You don't need to be concerned with who is watching you and your rise, your process of rising. So, you know, it's kind of odd because I have been kind of getting this feeling that old energies are rising back up. It might be presenting itself as people from the past coming back, trying to reconnect, ex-boyfriends, ex-girlfriends, ex-friends, ex-coworkers, just, you know, a wicked case of the exes. So all of that is trying to come back up. Not for all Blu-rays, but for most, okay? It's kind of like giving you an opportunity to repeat things in the past. But here's a question. Here is the $1 million question. Do you need to repeat it? Ooh, that card came out. Do you need to repeat it to understand what the lesson was the first time they were around? You're going to find out, okay? For me personally, I learned the hard way that my organic reactions, although they may sometimes seem harsh, they're actually for the greatest good of everyone involved. They're for the greatest good. It's those times when I try and convince myself that I'm a mean person and that I should give people a chance and I shouldn't be cutting people off, that really a ton of unnecessary drama occurs. So kind of just keep that in mind. I'm just pulling cards for us. Yep. What? Define what? All right, let me just finish pulling some cards. So guys, while I'm playing cards, I wanted to let you all know that 12/12 portal is going to be coming up in a couple days. I will be having a 12/12 portal ceremony, a luminous ceremony. I will be offering yet again for my Starseeds Blu-rays and basically anyone who wants to be a part of it, an opportunity to have your personal sigil. This is like the signature of your soul to be included in that luminous ceremony. Just, all right, I'm almost done pulling cards. Almost done. Almost done. Do you guys have any plans for that 12/12? Do you guys even know what the 12/12 is? All right. Ooh, okay. Let's see. Let's see. Final deck. And then we're going to get started reading. Okay. So every month the portal opens. The 12/12 portal is on the 12th of the 12th month. And it has a lot to do with your self-healing, your ascension process. Okay, I get it. That card needed to come out. It has a lot to do with your self-healing, ascension process, pulling in of galactic codes, the starting of your spiritual journey, just a whole bunch of different things. Definitely look it up for yourself and see if that's something that resonates. But every month a portal opens up, and 1212 is a pretty important portal because of the fact that it falls on a full moon. And in addition to that, I believe on the 26th of this month, we're going to have a solar eclipse. So the 1212 portal work will definitely be something that can assist with additional work that's going to happen for the solar eclipse. All right, y'all ready? So here goes. Page of Swords. So we got the Page of Swords. This is about vigilance, spying, agility, a discreet person, an active youth, a lithe figure, a person adept at perceiving, discerning, and uncovering the unknown. So as I was saying, oh, hey, are you from the Bay? Okay, hella much love for the Bay. Anyways, sorry. This is about someone's watching. Okay, probably someone from the past, probably multiple people from the past. My Blu-rays, you are rising in frequency, whether you're intentionally working on it or not. It's just something that's happening. As a part of your soul purpose in this life, you being here on this plane of existence is anchoring in extremely high frequencies. So just by existing, you are helping to pull Gaia up from that state of being phase locked into a lower state of vibration. Okay, so there's watching going on. Some of these people are just curious about the changes within you. Some of these people are tied to previous dramas. And maybe they're watching because they can't believe you got out of their grasp. Maybe they're watching because they've changed and they want to reconcile in some way. We don't really know. But they're very good at uncovering information, at digging for information about you. I don't know. For me personally, the moment someone starts digging for information from me or about me instead of just asking me, that's a huge red flag. Huge red flag. Why do they want to know information about you? What are they going to do with that information? Why don't they have the courage and the integrity to ask you up front, like to message you, hey, how have you been? Why do you have to go around looking and asking other people and looking at posts, following through all sorts of different social media? Why? Why is that? Because someone who has honorable intentions, well, I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit too much. My thought is, if they don't have malicious intent, they should just come to you directly and be like, hey, you popped up. I thought of you. Or I happened to see something you posted, someone reposted it, and message you directly. But going roundabout, I don't know. Yeah, right, Mark. Maybe some people are just shy. Well, I'm really shy too. It was 8:40. It's now 8:44, 48, and then 8. That was beautiful. 75% at 7:55. Mirroring. Maybe some people are shy. Maybe some people don't know if you'll reject them. Or maybe some people are plotting ass hoes. I don't know. I don't know. So, Mother of Life, nourishment of the golden grain mother. Oh, this card has a different meaning. So, this card to me, it suddenly means, if we look at grains are like the bottom of the food pyramid, okay? And what ends up happening is people are encouraged to consume large quantities of grain. And this is specifically for Blu-rays. Once your frequency reaches a specific level, like as you're rising, once you hit a certain level, grains for many, for most, will no longer be something your body can tolerate. And that's because the grains are the most heavily modified organism, GMO. They're so heavily genetically modified that I do believe, I personally believe, and this is not from something I've read, this is conversations I've had with my higher self. I do believe that the grains were absolutely modified because it was a known fact among those who are privy to hard to access esoteric information. This esoterica totally spoke of our people coming here, and then the children following after, and our presence changing the entire landscape of the human mind, as well as societies, the structure of the world we exist within. And so something had to be done. The whole grain thing, that was, or the food pyramid that was implemented in the, I believe, late 70s, early 80s, just in time for the tail end of the indigos, the primary wave of blue rays, to finish being born. They wanted to make sure to damage our bodies. So for me, this mother of life, nourishment of the golden grain mother, you need to begin nourishing yourself and your body through that Christ consciousness. Okay. You have to look at the foods you're eating, which I totally I gotta stop with the fucking grains. I've been eating corn again and I've been messed up. But it's time. It's really time for you to begin getting that nourishment directly from your Christ consciousness. You are directly plugged in to the Christos. Okay. You're definitely needing to make sure that you do a lot of the internal work that's necessary for you to begin understanding and accepting your path. Whoever from the past that's watching, there's a probability. I won't speak in absolutes. There's a probability, a potentiality that they have returned to again disrupt your process. And that's okay. That's okay, because their presence could potentially mean you're about to experience a trauma-induced accretion. Trauma-induced accretions are when dramas, whatever, any type of trauma, physical, social, whatever it is, it's a trauma. It's allowed to occur to induce a massive accelerated accretion of frequency. This is the fuel that's going to bump you up, quantum leap upwards. Okay. So, you know, okay. Card number 23, Aquarius. I know. Ooh, let your inner Aquarius know. Okay. So with this card, it's like you are focused on the task at hand, pouring the energies through into Gaia, allowing her to absorb all of this energy that channels through you, because that's what you are. You're a channel. You're not channeling other beings, okay? You are channeling this energy, meaning calling it to you without even trying, and then letting it go through you into the earth. Now, your higher self is giving information, is helping you download information that you need to call in even higher frequencies. And this is probably coming through because this message is probably coming through because of that 1212 portal coming in. With the energy work, the ceremony, the fire ceremony that I'm going to be doing on 12/12. It's not just for activations. It's also to ensure those who participate in that, the energy that's going to be coming in during that 12/12 portal, there is a potentiality of not so nice things cloaked and piggybacking on that portal entering. Okay. So that's to diminish the effects of that. Oh, and I'm sure the people who are spreading it are going to be so amused and tickled that I'm going live. I'm going live. So here we go. Card number 7, forgiveness. If the person coming back, if they do come back, allow yourself to move beyond the circumstance that created the separation. Uh, don't necessarily just welcome them back into your fold. Allow them to show you. Allow them to express themselves and allow their energy to show you whether their words and their energy match up, because the energy will never lie. Okay. The energy will never lie. And the whole concept of forgiveness for me personally, that's a perpetuation of that cycle. Are you going to perpetuate that cycle where, you have to continue to identify yourself as someone who's being victimized by someone else rather than recognizing it for what it is? You're brought into my life to serve my highest good. The moment you're done serving my highest good, you can be excused because you create a level of toxicity that I don't want. It does serve a purpose for the moment. It helps me to level up to the next level of consciousness. But continuing a friendship, reestablishing a relationship, I don't think so. I don't think so. You don't need my forgiveness. I don't need your forgiveness. We need to recognize the situation for what it was. We work together to level up. I don't know if you chose to level up. I chose to level up. So this interaction is done. But for some, it might just be an opportunity to reestablish connections that were tampered with. Because for some, the connection was indeed tampered with. A third party interfered. So, you have to discern for yourself which one of it is happening for you. Okay. So card number 5, the beloved. So this is why I say for some, it could have been a connection, a very deep soul connection that was meant to continue, but ooh. Okay, I just got weirded out. I'm sorry, guys. I saw something that I just saw something. Anyways, and for some, this might have been a soul connection, a very deep soul connection that was supposed to continue. But because of interference from a third party, parasitic things that cause a third person to feel the need to insert themselves, it didn't continue. Okay. So hold on. Let me just take a picture of this because I got to show this to my girlfriend. Because this is just 69% at 8:04. Yeah, that's too much. That's too much. Anyways, card number 30, the perfection of your life. With this card, this is oh, again, stop it. Stop it. Okay. All right. Perfection of your life. I am now getting tremendous amounts of energy. QJ just wants to know. She wants to know. Okay. It's a personal message for me. So if you look at this is about how you want to present your life. You want to present it as something that's perfect. I mean, who doesn't want that? Everyone wants to have that sense of perfection. But really, there's a lot of things that are being burned away. This card also, touches on the concept of storms. You might be seeing a storm from up above, and it looks way different than what it actually is like being in the storm. So for some of us, we are actually in the storm. We are living in the storm, and we have certain things on fire. God dang it. All right. For some, that fire was a part of your last accretion cycle. Okay, your last ascension cycle where you accreted massive amounts of energy. So for this, For those who experienced a separation from a soul connection, that moment of separation definitely created a lot of disharmonic shockwaves through both your lives, like boom, and then the shockwaves. And what ends up happening as the both of you have begun to experience a sense of knowing with the Aquarius. Oh, okay. They've been watching Mind on Fire. Fire! The heat of the thoughts. They've just been watching and watching. Okay, put that back down. This sense of knowing that had to continue, that was supposed to continue, and it kind of got cut off and not allowed to be what it needed to be, whether it be a friendship or a relationship, it doesn't matter. One or both of you have begun really doing deep internal work and have begun the forgiveness process. And again, I don't really participate in the whole forgiveness thing. Like, I don't feel like anyone needs my forgiveness. 68% at 808, 84, 20. I don't feel anyone really needs anyone's forgiveness. This is about you reclaiming your power and recognizing everything that's happened to you is growing you. Whether you understand it or not, it's growing you on some level. As souls, the two of you agreed for certain things to occur. And this is for everyone that you come across. The two of you agreed for some certain things to occur, to initiate certain processes and ways of learning. So when you see it like that, really forgiveness is not necessary. It's just not, okay? Card number 30, the perfection of your life. So that fire is now being extinguished. For some, the person watching you is wanting to help extinguish the fires. Maybe it's the fire within their own mind. See that? It looks like their mind is on fire with thoughts of you. He set fire to my forest and he let it burn. I need to find this. That song is just, I can't even listen to that song now. I'm just like, no, Selena, shh. This is Selena. No, just stop. So Aquarius, the best way to predict the future is to invent it. Boom. Oh my God. Oh my God. So this is going to be shit. Okay. They're there. You're basically the one in control, I guess. I'm assuming. You're pouring the water. Whatever you decide to fill this vessel with, that's what's going to determine the type of ripples that come from your decision. I don't like that. I don't know if I like that. Okay. They have their own bucket. They have their own bucket. They can pour their own water. Why are you looking at my bucket? Look at your... I just realized that. They both have freaking vessels of water. Why? And then look at her face. Look at her face. She's just like, I don't even see you. You don't exist to me. She must be Pisces. she must be an Aquarius cusp. She must be channeling some of that Pisces energy. You don't exist. I'm not looking at you. No, don't breathe in my direction. You don't exist. You did something to piss her off is what it is. So let's see. Aquarians can be very stubborn in their views. Oh, okay. Aquarians are ahead of the game and have accurate visions of the way things will be. So are you saying you already know that if you work this just the right way, you can get back in? Michael, you should have let me hear that information, because now I'm be like, oh, let me show you. Let's see. Well, that is true. Aquarius can be rational and tends to not get caught up in emotional dramas. Okay, you take the emotion out of it, maybe we can talk. Hold on, guys. What is this about? Okay. With this card, you'll likely be mastering something new and untried, which will lead you to a greater awareness and success. The future, speculation, visions, science fiction. Don't be making up things on your own, okay? When it's a co-created circumstance, you can't dominate the other person. Just saying. Let me see. Going against the status quo, marching to the beat of a different drummer, daring to be uncommon, taking on a challenge. Okay. Okay, so for some, if this does have to do with like a soul connection, an unfinished soul connection, potentially something romantic, probably something romantic. They might see winning you back, getting back in your good graces as like the ultimate challenge. And I guess that's some hot shit or something. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I'm kind of the person where I'm not pursuing diddly squat. First off, because I'm married. Second off, even if I wasn't married, I don't pursue people. I kind of just stay in my own lane and mind my own business. Yeah, I don't know how to socialize. So, not joking. 9 of Staves. Let's see. So you got 9 of Staves in reverse. Oh, obstacles, adversity, delays, disasters. A young warrior braves the attack of 9 magic staves. So hold on. Okay. Okay. So here, I was being told to kind of look deeper into the picture. See the green scarf that's wrapped around their throat. They have a message to tell you that comes from heart energy. They want to communicate something from the heart, but they are currently preoccupied because of poor decision making. You need to learn to make better life choices, okay? Better life choices. So they're focus. Oh, I got it all like sweaty from it's all steamed up. Uh, blah, blah, blah. Okay. They are wearing on their sleeve and basically the entire torso that red, which really signifies anger at themselves, this fear that they won't survive the circumstance they created for themselves. They're like, stop it. And then they have the yellow for the pants, which is a personal power. It's almost as though their personal power is being channeled towards trying to get them out of the circumstance. Okay. But they're so caught up in trying to duck and dodge the attacks, the attempts to, I'm assuming, degrade or somehow diminish them. This is a third party circumstance. This is a third party circumstance. 3 waves. 3 waves. 1, 2, 3. That's probably you on your way out. And these two just, and then here comes the freaking, the serpent, the deception. Hold on. Temple of Black Obsidian, the Dark Healing Chamber. Again, 3. 1, 2, 3. I assume this is you. Whoever this was, whoever this is, if you're dealing with a former beloved, there's 2 of them. Things are going to be turning on its head. It's been turned on its head. Their relationship has been turned on its head. And actually, this card was upside down. Tribonic. Interesting. Interesting. Within that darkness is buried seeds of the Christ consciousness. You're going to have to dive deep for that to help you understand. Black magic from karmic. What is this whole thing about karmic? So many people talk about karmic relationship. I don't know. Not to single anyone out, of course. It's just the term. The term is what got me. The term, not you or you writing that. It's the term that got me. It is. It is. Oh God! I just looked at the other cards. Damn it! Why? 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 Well, why? Okay. You could have had a bad bitch, non-committal. I'm sorry. Let me just focus. Here we go. Card number 16, Cancer. I feel. Your feelings are your God. The soul is your temple. Rely upon the wisdom of what you feel right now. If you feel what's going on has to do with black magic or whatever that is, it could be paranoia, or it could be rooted in something very real. Very real. I mean, heaven knows how many people have paid someone to do shit to me. Stop it. Stop it. Stop amusing me. So you can be assured emotions are high. You may want to withdraw, or you may be dealing with someone who's withdrawn or depressed. See, I mean, they're depressed because they keep getting shit thrown at them. There is sensitivity and emotional closeness indicated. So for some, this might have to do with that soul connection. If the question is about love, it may be a secret or involve bonded souls. So that's what I'm talking about, you know. It can also mean that family or domestic issues need to be addressed. It might be that whoever they are is having quite a bit of sticks thrown at them because there is it seems like narcissistic stuff. They're karmic. You know, I want to call them their effect, because their poor decision making skills was the causation that led to the effect of a karmic, and they're dealing with that now. Geez Louise. So, and that karmic, the karmic effect probably is involving their friends and their family, to ensure that they're trapped in that circumstance. Ain't nobody can trap you unless you agree to be trapped. Maybe you like to be tied up. I don't know. But really, all it takes is for you to start using your personal power, which is attached to your legs. And what are legs used for? For walking and running and jumping and skipping. Jump, miss me with your bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Make that your motto. If you're the beloved, make that your motto. Put it on a shirt. Tattoo that shit on your face. Miss me with your bullshit. I'm just saying. So with this, see, you know, this card also has to do with women's issues and how women get along. So, ladies, where my ladies at? Where my ladies at? My thing is this, karmic or whatever, don't be fighting another female for a silly ass boy. Okay? Don't be fighting over a silly ass boy. If he wanted to be with you, he would have been with you. That's just plain and simple. When he plays games, let him play games on his own. Plain and simple. There is no need for you to be fighting with someone over someone else. That's childish. It's like you're trying to claim ownership. That's my toy. That's my toy. That's my tie. No, don't play games. Don't play games with anyone. You want to walk away? Walk away. Don't look back. If they want to walk away from you, don't reopen the door. Oh, no, I don't know. Don't listen to me. I'm very cut and dry. Like, you want to walk away? Go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to ask you to stay. I'm not going to check in with you. I'm not going to look at your shit and see if you've moved on. Walk away. Walk away. Don't come back. Because if you were supposed to be here, you would have been here. So you have to really begin embodying that. Sometimes these soul connections, simply are to let you know that you are feeling these things, this pulling and this draw, this magnetism, and then the person came and you identified them and you confirmed it. And maybe that's all you needed, to know that there is a connection beyond what the human mind can comprehend, beyond what science can explain, something so celestial that it transcends time and space. It's a connection. And to be completely honest, your true twin ray has never been disconnected from you. I don't talk to mine at all. We have zero contact. Motherfucker, you still got to work with me. 58% at 822. Thank you. Okay. You may hate me. I might not like you, but we still got to work together. So what now? There is no separation. Okay. Deal with me. Card number 16. Gaia, Earth. This is about us rebirthing ourselves through this process, whether it is a romantic thing or something that's not romantic, like an ex-friend, an ex-coworker coming back into your space. It's triggering a rebirth. Okay, before the rebirth occurs, we're going to have to experience that shamanic death. Okay, that spiritual death. So just be ready for that. I think this is really kind of a heads up. Oh, okay. I got all caught up with the Cancer, the card in brief, witches and their power. And I don't like the fact that witches are being, what do you call it? Villainized. Okay. There's bad Christians, Buddhists, and Muslims too. Okay. Not everyone in a group is a bad seed just because you don't understand the group. All right. And if you have a wonderful, wonderful thought and feeling about me, I was raised and indoctrinated with Catholicism, having received basically all of my sacraments except for the one they give people before they die. Okay. And I have ancestral witch blood running through my veins. If I can figure that shit out. Okay. Okay. So yeah, this is about dark things being done, intentionally malicious for some. Okay. But that's fine, because card number 50, the spiral, this is about returning back to the greatness that you are. Whatever is being done, even the attacks, all of that stuff, the fires, all of that, it's really to serve your rise. It's giving you fuel for your rise. But if you want to waste your fuel on, but the karmic took my lover. Like, this ain't about sex, y'all. I'm just saying, this is not about sex. This is not about sexual relationships. This is not about sexual conquests, Okay. Okay. So card number 23, defend to the end the worthwhile. You need to defend yourself. I'm sorry. That just came right out. I'm so sorry. Okay. Defend to the end the worthwhile. There might need to be a time where you begin to, I don't even want to say that. I don't want to say that. I'm just going to say this. Card number 23, defend to the end the worthwhile. It's self-explanatory. You decide what's worth the while. You discern for yourself what's worth the while. Is it you? Is it something outside of you? What is it? Figure out what's worth the while and defend it if need be. When you defend things, that doesn't mean you're actively planning to attack others. That means you are consciously choosing what your response to aggressive posturing is. All right. So let me see. I'm just feeling sick. All right. Let me just first, let me go ahead and wipe my nose, because that third eye drainage is real. And then let me drink my tea, because I need to swish some salt out of me. This is making me real salty. All right, the Empress card. Feminine progress, fruitfulness, accomplishment, marriage, children, feminine influence, ability to motivate others. Maybe it's time for you to go ahead and embody the energy, the essence of that Empress. Okay. Maybe it's time for you to allow other people to be inspired by your existence. Excuse me, not because you're trying, not because that's your intention, but just because this is something that is a part of you. This beauty, not just the aesthetics of the face, the physicalities, but the beauty of your heart, allowing that to shine through, allowing the beauty of who and what you are, what you represent, to be what inspires other people, whether it be former friends, former coworkers, former beloveds, whatever it is. Be the inspiration that they are probably so desperately needing right now, in order to continue with their process, because it seems like they're kind of stuck. They're kind of stuck in some process, and that might be why they're coming back, because maybe in the past, you were something that was so inspirational, such a bright light in such a dark space within their mind and heart at that time. And maybe it was ego that caused them to think that you were replaceable, or that you were not as important to their journey as you actually are. Who knows? For some people, they might just be coming back to further feed on you, because their jealousy of your grace, what they see about you. Because the Empress, really, that's like the epitome of feminine power. That's like the epitome of it. Well, at least for me. The Lunar Queen, she of the celestial crescent. Oh, she's getting ready to whip you. She's getting ready to yank and whip. She got her yanking stick. What is this? The Lunar Queen. Hold on. Here it goes. There's a deep feminine wisdom that recognizes the importance of cycles of rest and replenishment as essential balancing to our actions of power and demonstration. You are asked to allow this replenishment for yourself now, trusting that you are in a cycle of creation that's about to shift into a new phase. Release and enjoy the process without having to control or force it. And so with this, immediately what I'm getting is that if someone does come back around, they can watch all they want. That's fine. There's really nothing you can do to stop that, unless you set everything on private, which you can if you want. But they can watch if they want. They can keep trying to dig if they want. But until they come back and show you exactly what this is about, what they're trying to reconnect for, don't try and control it. Don't try and assume. Just kind of flow with it and see where it's supposed to go. Sometimes it can be hard to let go of a desire to force, control, and make things happen, to exert might and willpower to bring what you wish for into being by sheer determination, exertion, and force. Yet the vast creative power of the feminine principle is in honoring and flowing with cycles of activity and rest, of releasing force and surrendering into the perfection of what is happening right now, realizing that this actually brings us divine manifestation and creation more effortlessly and gracefully into greater effect. So really, if a soul connection was not finished and it kind of just fell to the wayside because of a third party interference, parasitic interference, whatever the reason, if it was meant to continue, it will. And maybe what occurred during that separation was a need to release and just rest, rejuvenate, allow your energies to come back to you, replenish you. So that way, when the reconnection occurs, when that connection is reestablished, you'll be fully charged and able to just flow with whatever that process is. Again, for some, this might mean romance. For others, this might mean just a really deep soul connection, like you guys can be best friends for the rest of your life. For others, this might mean that soul connection is there for round 2 of a death match. We don't really know, do we? We don't really know. So card number 43, lunar eclipse, change. People go through their phases of waxing and waning, okay? People go through their phases just like you had to go through your phases. Whoever this is had to go through their phases. So we really can't make any assumptions as to why they're coming back and why they're watching. 3 things cannot be hidden long: the sun, the moon, and the truth. Well, this is the moon coming out. The next card is the sun. I'm just saying. A lunar eclipse takes place when the earth is directly aligned between the sun and the moon. The earth blocks out the sun's light, causing the moon to be in the earth's shadow. This can only happen during a full moon. And while a solar eclipse lasts only for minutes, the lunar eclipse lasts for hours. Ancient peoples were extremely frightened by these eclipses because they believed a great serpent was taking a bite out of the sun and moon. Oh, shit. Okay. Give me 1 second. This is twin ship. So remember I was saying earlier, third-party circumstance, that was you basically being pushed out, a blockage was formed, and then there's a serpent going after the moon. Now, some would say, okay. So the dragon and the phoenix, it's very big in like Asian stuff. The dragon and the phoenix is like the ultimate love story. So the phoenix is the empress, the dragon is the emperor, and they kind of just go round and round chasing each other in circles. And phoenix energy, it's fiery, but it represents the moon. It's tied to lunar energy, feminine energy, yin. Dragon energy is solar energy, yang. So they're the yin to the yang. This is about a very deep soul connection. Very, very deep. And look. So I assume that's the moon being burned up with a bite taken out of it, and the heart mirroring that piece missing. So this is about the two of you mirroring each other's experiences. Let's see. Eclipses can bring on times which seem shadowy and disordered, but are not necessarily bad. Might throw you off balance. Dramatic changes are in store when this card pops up. Changes will likely be unexpected, the kind that might seem hard or will take some special effort on your part. These will not be gradual, easy, barely noticed transformations. Your world may be rattled somewhat. It may seem like a revolution, but don't be alarmed, because we're already telling you. Okay. Any number of things might happen: the ending or beginning of a transformative relationship, a change in life's path or job, or a change in where you live. Whatever it may be, it will be abrupt. Whatever the issue, it's been brewing for a while and things are about to bubble over. It could be a partner or a would-be partner who wishes to take a relationship to a new level. Since the moon symbolizes our emotions, you probably already sense what this change should be and will not be completely surprised by it, but the force and dramatic nature of the shift may be unexpected. Expect to be thrown off balance. This card also indicates cycles. And whatever seems lost at this time, you can be assured will return to you, perhaps in a different form, but most certainly better. Different form, different form. I'm just saying, different form, different form, different form. Just cross your fingers, cross your damn toes too. I'm just not down for drama, for real. I'm not down for drama. We got the sun card. I'm being told to let the sun, the heat of the solar energy, burn up any fear or hesitation you might have walking forward. Just different form. And you can come back just in a different form. Card number 41, the rainbow. Oh, aren't you cute? Ugh. Okay. So look at that. The moon again. Wow. Wow. These changes. Changes. Hold on. All right. The rainbow symbolizes the 7 steps of a true spiritual path, which manifests as the colors of the 7 chakras. In the Himalayas, the rainbow body is seen as a full realization of our essence. The rainbow also represents the bridge between the physical and spiritual worlds. At the end of our lives, we can journey across the rainbow bridge to the highest heavenly realms. When the rainbow appears, it's an affirmation that all is well and that you are in a relationship with spirit. Okay. The rainbow tells you that the end of the storm is near. That's deep. Because remember this. Okay, the perfection of your life is about storms. This is about telling you, oh, shit. Okay. Sorry. I hate it when realizations come to me like this. So in order for you to get to the rainbow, first you need to have the storm, right? But the storm is not enough. You have to allow the light to go through the prisms. The prism is basically, it bends the light into its different components. So that's what this separation did. The storms could represent the tears that you've shed due to the sadness that you felt or whatever it was that went on. And it kind of bent you out of shape, didn't it? Okay, you needed to be bent out of shape to be able to realize all the fractals of self. So that separation is almost at its conclusion, and it's almost at its conclusion because you're realizing the different fractals of who you are, who and what you are. Don't get caught up in pursuit of the illusion of the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Find the treasure now in the moment by coming into the right relationship with those around you. All your gifts are at hand, so obvious you may have missed them. Be true with your intentions and do not be led astray by daydreams. And ain't that funny, because card number 28, collaborative dreaming. This doesn't necessarily end up the way you're thinking it ends up. Okay? So for those of you that are like, yes, Emmy said this person that I have been obsessing about for a very long time is going to come back. They're going to be mine. I just need to be patient. No, that's not what I'm saying. That's a collaborative dream. So many people are trying to bring that dream to fruition. And it's really, if it's not in alignment with your higher self, what your needs are in this life, it's not going to happen regardless of what I say. So I want to be very upfront and very honest about that. For some of you, this might be that you're hoping and wishing that the person just goes away. And that might not be what you get either. Okay? They might be coming back. They might be wanting and needing to have conversations to really begin expressing what it is they've been through, how they've transformed. And yeah, it doesn't really have anything to do with you, but then again, it does. Okay? Whatever they went through, you've been mirroring it in some way. And maybe them expressing their views and their experiences, sharing of whatever they went through while they were gone, that might give you further clarity on your own experiences. It might give you the information that you need to really put your pieces together so you can see what the project is that you're working on. So definitely just be open to the potentiality of a reconnection. It doesn't necessarily guarantee that one will occur. And it's not always just a twin. A soul connection is a soul connection. It doesn't necessarily always have to be encompassed under the label of twin. It can be a soulmate. It can, it's not always a twin thing. It's not. But this is really important that we begin opening ourselves to flowing with our journey versus trying to think that just because you've read spiritual books or you meditate or any other spiritual practice that you already know. Boo-boo, I tell you, you don't. You don't know. I don't know. None of us have any fucking idea what we're doing in this life. And the people who think they know what they're doing in this life, either they've been trying to fool themselves or they really think they know what they're doing, but that's because all they're doing is focusing on an earthly existence. There's so many layers and levels of being. And do we really know what's going on? No, we don't. We don't. I get a lot of information, a lot of downloads, a lot of intuitive hits, a lot of precog experiences. And for those who are like, what's a precog? Prophetic. Okay. I'm not a prophet. Don't get the fuck out of here with that shit. Someone was like, you're a prophetess or whatever the hell. I was like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. The last prophet I heard about got crucified. I like my hands. You not crucified my ass, okay? Okay, I ain't even wanting you to call me psychic. I'm just a stay-at-home mom. Leave me out of that shit. But what I'm saying is this. We don't know what's going on. We don't. We have no idea what we're doing. We're kind of fumbling around trying to figure it out. Even the people who think they understand, 43% at 843. The people who think they understand, the people who think they've mastered everything. Creation is like an onion. Every time you think you've gotten to the core, you still have another layer beneath. And by the time you get to the core of that onion, you are crying so hard, asking yourself, what the fuck did I just do? This hurts so bad. I cannot stop crying. So yeah, answers always come after questions, not always right away, but they do. They do. Answers typically come in hindsight. Think on that. If you think you already know everything that's going to happen because you also have precog abilities, it's not always that way. It's not always that way. All right. Sometimes you're shown things to help avoid what you're being shown. Sometimes it's because you need to change what's being shown or just simply be ready for what's being shown. Years ago, I had a precog experience. I saw my aunt pass away. Well, I didn't see her pass away. We were at her funeral. The after party, I guess. That's gross. Not an after party, the dinner or whatever, the reception after her services. And I was walking through this house and I saw one of my relatives speaking to another relative and said, yeah, no, it was just a massive heart attack and she just couldn't recover. And I freaked out and I told my cousin, who is a nurse, and I was like, just, it's probably nothing, but just humor me. Make sure you keep an eye on her and make sure you take her in for her doctor's appointment. Like bring her in to be checked. And a few days later, it was my aunt's birthday. So we went to her house and I didn't want to leave her. I didn't. I don't know what the hell it was. I was just like all over her that whole day. I was all over her. And I guess that night she was feeling anxiety. Women present with a heart attack in a different way than men. Sometimes it's just a sense of anxiety, pressure on the chest and a sense of anxiety. And because I had said something to my cousin when she went to go check on her mom that night, and her mom said that, she took her to the ER. My aunt was in the early stages of a massive heart attack. They didn't even release her. She had, I think, like a quadruple bypass surgery within a few hours. And yeah, I mean, if I hadn't said, my cousin was like, if he hadn't said anything, I would have just been like, she's tripping off pills, whatever, and went to sleep. But yeah, so the whole time she's in surgery, I'm like, oh my God, she's gonna die. She didn't die. She didn't die. It's because I said something. My cousin was able to intervene, because my aunt's a nurse too. She's like, I'm not having a heart attack, but they took her anyways. And so that was avoided. But that's the thing. You think you can see and know something in advance, but you really don't know. Is that just a potentiality? Or is that something that's actually truly going to happen? It's not going to be changed. It's none of that. Mm-mm. You don't know. You don't know. And no matter how advanced you think you are, it's only just a fractal of what you actually are, what you actually know on a soul level, what you're actually able to do on a soul level. Just a fraction, a fraction. So let them watch, okay? Let whoever it is watch. Be open to whoever it is. For some, it might be a couple people. Be open to them reaching out, and then assess after they've reached out, what's your intention? Or ask them flat out. I'm about to message someone who is trying to reestablish connection right now. I saw the notification this morning. What do you want? The way things happened the last time, that shit's not repeating this time. I was really nice to you last time. You're gonna see a whole nother fucking side of me. So just tell me what you want right now. If you want help, if it's in me to help, I will. Don't fucking play games with me, though. Don't play games with me, because I'll claw the shit out of you this time. Last time you just heard me purring. This time I will fucking claw the shit out of you. And sometimes you have to have those kind of conversations where you let people know, I was very nice to you last time. You got away with murder last time, and I didn't retaliate. This time, I'll take you out before you even start. So just be upfront with what you want and what you need from me, because I know you're not here to be a friend. Okay? So be fearless in your truth. You know how shit went down the last time. You know how it affected you. Stop making yourself into a victim by saying, no, I need to be nice. Don't think that way. Maybe they want to apologize. Fuck their apology. Be upfront. What do you want from me this time around? You used me the last time. What do you want from me this time? If you're here to apologize, thank you. You don't need to apologize. You helped to grow me. What do you want? Okay? So be very honest and upfront with your needs. Be very honest and upfront with your thoughts on whatever you need to talk about. All right? Have no apologies for having needs. Have no apologies for having elevated standards. Standards that have elevated from the last time they came around to fuck around. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no. Am I scary? Why am I scary to you? I mean, unless you have ill intent. I don't hurt anybody. Why would I be scary? You know? Why? So, one more freaking card. Yes, Michael. Yes. One more final card. Okay. And it's funny because different people will see you in different light. There are groups of people who are like, oh my gosh, Emmy's the best. She's so sweet. She's so honest. She helps other people. And then there's other groups of people who are like, yeah, she's fucking, I don't know about her, dude. Why? Because is there a part of you that is looking to see what she can get from me? And, my energy not only establishes boundaries, it enforces it. And that's the malicious aspect of their consciousness. And I'm not talking to anyone here, I'm just saying, I'm just having these thoughts. It's their aspects of their maliciousness that's feeling fear. That's what I've noticed. Obviously it's not for everything, but that's what I have noticed, that people who get super duper intimidated sometimes have been the people who have been sticking around trying to figure out a way to come at me for no reason. All right. Tai Chi Rising, card number 32. Your energy field is growing stronger with more spiritual electricity pulsing through your being. Take time to nourish your nervous system as it adjusts and be gentle with yourself as you adjust to increasing levels of spiritual potency, which gives more impact to your words, actions, and thoughts. Maybe that's why some people feel fear. They feel my bioelectricity in my words, actions, and thoughts. Having a big energy field does not necessarily mean that you have a high level of consciousness, but when you do have an exquisite awareness and a beautiful light, it's able to shine more brightly through a larger energy field. Whatever you have within you, a larger energy field will reveal it with greater gusto. Ooh, see that? See that? So I have a large energy field and I have a large truth that's being openly shared at this point. And for some, maybe some of that fear comes from what my truth represents, the gravity of that truth, because my truth is our truth, really. And my spiritual truth, it's one that I share with the collective whole. And that's why I have to be so blunt with the delivery of that truth. There's no sugarcoating, there's no frills, there's no pomp and circumstance, because it just needs to be out there. That the truth is so potent in its raw form that it has the ability to shape, reshape, and reshape some more your life and your thoughts with zero effort, zero force, zero attempts to dominate and force agreement. These are things that are said that, you kind of mull it around in your head for a little bit. 38% at 853. Wow, 3888. These are things that you have to mull around in your head a little bit. Everything that I say, you don't just take it in at face value. You figure out how this fits into your truth as you already know it. Is it something you should reject? I don't know. Maybe. Is it something you should pull in? Does it support your truth? Or are you rejecting it because it supports a truth you're not yet ready to face? No one really knows. Only you know that. Only you know that. So be open with yourself. Be open to establishing connections, reconnections with people who might give you a better, deeper understanding of this truth that you're trying to figure out, So definitely your power is increasing. Blue rays, we have a lot of things that we have to do in this life. We as a soul family have a lot of things we have to do in this life. And the primary job is to simply exist. Simply exist in a state of authenticity in your raw truth. Okay? So thank you guys so much for sharing this space with me. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe to my channel. Ooh, I want to say I'm going to be coming live some point later on today. I'm going to be doing a giveaway. That live stream, I'm going to be giving away one of my crystal infusers. It's going to be a custom infuser. I'm going to pick the stones for you, the crystals, and charge them and calibrate them for your personal frequency. And it's going to be a completely free giveaway, but you do have to be a subscriber here on YouTube, also following me on Facebook and Instagram. I do have a Twitter account, but I'm locked out of it. I don't know my password. So you can follow me on Twitter too, but I won't be knowing how to get it. So yeah, all you'll have to do is go to that video and comment, and I'm going to use a random generator to pick the winner. Okay, a random picker. All right, so I will see you guys very soon. Bye.